Hi there and welcome to Story Time with Uncle Bill, and today's story is the last day of federal prison at FCI Fort Dix, New Jersey. It was July of 2001, and when you get down to when you get close to going home, like most of the activity that you do in prison slows down or stops because there's a chance that there's somebody trying to keep you from going home. And I know you don't think about that, but there's actually people that do that. That's why I'm making these videos, because there's things that you're not aware of being in trouble that could happen to you. So let's avoid being in trouble. That's what it all boils down to. People, let's find a better way. Let's find a positive way to do things. Let's get out of trouble. Let's overcome addictions. Because these times are supposed to be special, because you're getting away. You're supposed to have done your time and getting away. And it was, they call it a day in the wake up. And your last day in prison, in federal prison anyway, is called the merry-go-round. And it's just a sheet of paper, and you have to go to the lieutenant's office, the kitchen, the library, the rec, every department, and get them, the CO that's on duty that day, to sign off. And then you take it to your case manager, and basically that's how you're wrapping up your prison thing. Normally there's parties, there's little, when I say a party, people make food. You get a couple different bowls of people's best dishes, because they're like family. Most of those dudes I've been locked up with that whole time, and they're never going home. They did 3 years with me. You know, we spent 3 years together, in some way, shape, or form. And they're happy for me. You know, it's a sad, happy time. It's weird. I mean, it's really weird, but it happens. So my last day, I was all happy and shit, and I had a couple bowls and things. You give all your stuff away, and I had a lot of stuff. And people that had some of my stuff, you know, they just didn't have to give it back. It's yours. I don't want to come back here. Man, I don't want to come back here. I probably, I don't know it, but I think I am, though, to be honest with you. I haven't really changed that much. My thought process, my mindset, nothing changed. I had just did my debt to society. That's all that, and that's what most people's mindset at the time is. And I was hustling the whole time I was in there anyway. And it wasn't even something I did on the street. I was a manager at Bojangles and head cook at a retirement home and stuff. Did some little bit of construction. Yeah, so last day, got everything done, went to sleep, woke up, and it's foggy outside. And see, if you don't know, they got a fog count. You can't see on the compound. The compound stays closed. They're not going to open it up. They're just not going to go wait till the fog clears. If they do, they're going to set up guards. They're going to open up the compound for breakfast. And that's because they got guards all over the place, and you can only go to, normally when they open up the compound in the morning, you can go to the breakfast and everything else that's open. Education, the rec room, which is your weights and pool tables and basketball and stuff. You can go to all that at 6 o'clock in the morning. On a fall count, you can't. You have to go straight to the child hall and back. So anything else that's going on, that's canceled too. So I'm supposed to be going home, and I've given all my stuff away. I've turned in all my stuff. So all I have, I had the one thing. So I can't make anything to eat or read any books. I guess I could borrow some shit. But we ain't even made it to that. So by 9 o'clock, and we were supposed to report to R&D, receiving the departures at 9 o'clock. And so I went, and there was like 10 of us. We made it through the fall count. The fall cleared. There was 10 of us, and I was the last one in line. And you have your little stuff, and there's a guy who pops his head out. I've seen it done a million times, because there's normally a bunch of your friends around that doesn't have anything to do that day, that want to see you for the last time, wave goodbye. There's all there's quite a few people around this area. And the guy comes out, and he calls your name, and you go up and you got the ID card and you get into the building. And when that door shuts behind you, that's the last time anybody sees you. That's the ultimate goal, was to get in that building. So there's 9 people before me, and then he goes, "Yo, who are you?" And I was like, "Jakowski." He goes, "I ain't got you on the list." I said, "What you mean?" He got me on the list. Like, I did my merry-go-round yesterday. This is my release date. I'm supposed to be here at 9 o'clock. I got the paperwork. He looked at the paperwork. He said, "Yeah, I ain't got you on the list." And shut the door on me. Go talk to your case manager. Oh man, people, I'm not happy. Oh man, people, this is not cool. Cause you don't never know. You just never know what these damn people are gonna do to you, man. And you don't have any control. There's nobody I could call. There's no anything. You just gotta stay locked the hell up until they tell you to go. I go back to my union. I go back into my room. People see me like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "I mean, I don't know." The case manager ain't here yet, so she can't. And she just started. She's been there like 3 days. I was like, man, I just gotta go lay down on my bunk. Didn't even have no sheets, blanket, no nothing, man. It was just a bunk. You know, it was, I don't know how long I laid there and shit, I'm fuming. And I'm trying to remain calm, because I know I'm going to go home, but it just, I'm here. Man, it's still a damn prison, man. And however long later, somebody said, "Hey, the case manager just walked in," and apparently somebody had told her on the way up. She was a pretty lady, so, you know, they got every guy hit on her. I didn't, because you get in trouble. It wasn't worth it. And she finally saw me, and she was like, "Yeah, look, you got to stay here till 11 o'clock. Your bus leaves later than everybody's bus. You just got a late bus." And everybody forgot and didn't. Oh, well, that's great. So I did. 11 o'clock came and went to the thing, knocked on the door, and did the processing. My mama had sent me some money so I could get some gray sweats and some shoes, and man, there ain't no better feeling than walking out when they let you out of the gate. I'll just say, there's a little bus stop right there. It's just a bench, regular, like you see on Forrest Gump. I remember sitting on the bench, turning around and looking at that big ass prison that I had just spent the last 3 years, man. Just thinking a couple hours ago how mad I was that I was all out of my feelings, man. I'm looking at it's got a high, I don't know, 12, 15 foot fence, Constantine wire like 4 rows above that, and Constantine going down, and they had the track. I could see the track, and then they had another fence with the Constantine wire. I had seen a deer get caught up, and it was horrible. You're not getting through there. Everything is a razor. There's nothing you could touch in any razor. It's gonna cut you to hell. And I was on the other side of that, probably for about 20 minutes. Got on the bus and headed to Philadelphia. Had some chicken nuggets and french fries, barbecue sauce. It's just one of those things, people, man. You know, I was so, it just ruined my mood. And that's one of the things that's always going to happen. Somebody, something, get in trouble, and you'll have these stories like this. Everybody that's been locked up's got some kind of crazy ass story or something. I just thought going home would be a simpler thing, because you're happy to get the hell out of it. You're just so happy. You made it. You made it in a place that you're never supposed to know about people. That's why they tell you to just say no to drugs and every sex and gambling, anything you could be addicted to. That's got stealing, all the bad stuff, because you think you're getting by and it's easy, and it's just you're never gonna wake up and say, you know what, this was all worth it. You're never gonna do that. It's not worth it to you. It's not worth it to your family. It's not worth it to your friends. It's not worth it to anybody. If you're doing wrong, it's never gonna be worth it. You don't want to have this story. I didn't want to have this story, people. And maybe it may not seem like a big deal to you. Tell me if it's happened to you and if it was. You know, because and the ironic thing was, this wouldn't even be the last time this would even happen to me. And that's the story for today. And if you like it, hit the like button. Share if you can. Subscribe if you haven't. Really, really hope it needs help, man. You or somebody you love. Let them know that there's a better way. You could do better. Every day I gotta wake up and try to do better, because it'll make you feel good. If nothing else, it'll make you feel good. If you can't find the time to help somebody else, help yourself. Y'all have a good day, man. Stay safe. Peace.